You ever get that feeling? You're looking at your bank statement, you see a charge, and you're just like, wait a second, what is that? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, you're in exactly the right place because today we're going to talk about that silent little wallet drainer that gets so many of us, the subscription trap.
All right, just so you know, what we're covering here is part 3 of a 5-part overview. It's all based on a consumer guide on protecting yourself from digital wallet and linked bank account fraud, which comes from Virtualization Options LLC. We're putting this out there as a public service, really just to help keep you safe from all the scams and fraud out there.
So let's just ask the big question right up front. Are you being charged for subscriptions you totally forgot you even signed up for? You know the ones I'm talking about. That free trial that quietly became a paid plan, or that random app you downloaded forever ago? It's a real thing. It's called subscription creep. And believe it or not, it could be costing you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars a year. And you might not even realize it.
Okay, so here's our game plan. It's a simple 4-step approach. First, we'll expose the subscription trap for what it is. Then, we're going to build our own inventory to see what we're actually dealing with. After that, we'll master the art of canceling things the right way. And finally, we'll cover how to spot and fight back against any charges that just shouldn't be there.
All right, let's dive into the problem first. The whole idea behind the subscription trap is that it's this silent drain on your bank account. And honestly, it works so well because it just hums along in the background while we're all busy living our lives.
And here's the thing, this stuff isn't an accident. A lot of the time, it's totally by design. Companies might use confusing billing practices that make it almost impossible to know what you're paying for. Or, my personal favorite, they make the cancellation process so ridiculously hard that a lot of people just give up. And of course, there's the classic, the free trial you forget about, and then bam, you're a paying customer. To top it all off, the charge on your statement might say something super vague, so you have no idea who even took your money.
Okay, enough doom and gloom about the problem. Let's talk solutions. The absolute first step to getting your money back under control is just seeing what's going on. You can't fight an enemy you can't see, right? So it's time to build a full inventory of every single one of your recurring payments.
Think of this as a little financial detective work. Step 1 is easy. Create a master list. Seriously, a simple spreadsheet is perfect. Just write down the service, how much it costs, the billing date, and what card it's hitting. Step 2, now you go hunting. Scour at least 3 months of your bank and credit card statements. I'll bet you anything you find at least one charge you totally forgot about. And hey, if you want to make this easier, step 3 is to use technology. There are apps out there that can automate this whole thing for you.
So, once you've got your list, chances are you're going to look at it and go, why am I paying for that? But here's the catch. Canceling isn't always as simple as clicking a button. So let's talk about the fine art of making sure that off actually means off.
Okay, this next part is maybe the most important thing you'll hear. Get this. Just deleting an app from your phone does absolutely nothing to cancel your subscription. Nothing. And even removing your credit card info might not work either. You have a billing agreement with them, and they're going to keep trying to charge you. This is, hands down, the biggest mistake people make.
So, how do you do it the right way? Follow these 4 steps and you'll be golden. 1. You gotta play by their rules. Log into their actual website or app and go through their official cancellation process. 2. And this is not optional, get written confirmation. Get that cancellation email and save it. 3. Go back to your master list and write down the date you canceled and any confirmation number they gave you. And the final step, 4. Keep an eye on your statements for the next couple of months to make absolutely sure those charges have stopped.
And for those super tempting free trials, here are 2 quick pro tips. The second you sign up, pull out your phone and set a calendar reminder for a few days before the trial ends. Or, even better, try this little trick, cancel it right after you sign up. A lot of services will still let you use the full trial period, but now there's zero chance you'll forget and get charged.
Okay, on to our last section. What happens when you've done everything right, but you still see a charge that shouldn't be there? Maybe it's from something you know you canceled, or maybe it's something totally random you never even signed up for. It's time to take action.
First, you need to know what to look for, the difference between a legit charge and a red flag. The legitimate charges are the ones you expect, the ones on your master list. The warning signs, though, keep an eye out for those weird little test charges, maybe for $1 or $2. Also, watch out for sudden price increases you weren't told about. And the most obvious one, of course, is getting a bill for something after you've already canceled it.
When you see one of those red flags, you have to act fast. Don't wait. Call your bank or your credit card company right away. You have really strong consumer protections, but there are often time limits, sometimes around 60 days.
When you call, be ready with all your evidence, especially that golden cancellation email. And with credit cards, the term you want to use is chargeback. That tells them you want them to reverse the payment.
Look, if you want to win your dispute, you need to build a strong case. Don't just call up angry. You want to hand them an easy win. Get all your documents together, the emails, any screenshots. Make a simple timeline of what happened. I signed up here, I canceled here, here's my confirmation, and then they charged me again on these dates. Just be totally honest and accurate, and you make it super easy for your bank to take your side and get your money back.
At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. When you control your subscriptions, you control your money. It's that simple. It's all about being aware, being diligent, and knowing your rights.
So I'm going to leave you with a challenge, a question to get you started right now. Think about everything we just talked about. Now, what's the very first subscription you are going to investigate?